Hello everyone, welcome to PTE Reading and Writing Filling the Blanks Real Exam Question Series, and this is 19th video in this series. It means that we have already discussed 18 highly repetitive and real exam questions in which we have seen the reading hacks, tips and tricks to help you crack reading and writing filling the blanks. First things first, now PTE is accepted for UK immigration also, so if you want to study, work or settle in UK, you can go for PTE, and PTE is accepted by 90% of universities in Canada. You can achieve your goal of studying in Canada through PTE. And a new test, which is PTE Home, has been started by PTE for your family or spouse visas in UK. यहाँ पे इंट्रोडक्शन डाल देना. My name is Bhrat Brij and I have scored a perfect 90 in all the 10 skills of PTE. In this video series, I discuss with you the tips, tricks and strategies to crack your reading RWFIBs, because it's important to pay attention to RWFIBs if you want to get 79 plus or 65 plus in your PTE, because they are very high scoring. And do not forget to subscribe to our channel because we post such informative videos on a regular basis. So PTE reading is of 32 to 41 minutes and it has 5 question types. The first question type is reading and writing filling the blanks, which is today's topic for the video. And this is the real PTE scoring. The reading 90 comes from multiple modules, but the reading module just contributes 47 marks. And from those 47 marks, 22 marks of your reading and 22 marks of your writing comes from reading and writing filling the blanks. That's why it's very important that you pay attention to reading and writing filling the blanks. And the strategy which we follow is this, that we have just 3 minutes, and in 3 minutes we have to solve your reading and writing filling the blank. In that, you cannot read and understand the meaning of all words, so what you have to do is you have to do skimming. So this is today's topic, and as usual, I'm going to give you 30 seconds, and after that, we are going to discuss it. Okay, so first of all, you know that we skim our reading and writing filling the blank for its tenses, to know if it's past tense, present tense, or future tense. After that, to understand the gist, and then to see the tone, if it's a positive tone, negative tone, or neutral tone. Okay, so let's get started with the skimming. Any new paradigm shift? There are naysayers as well as enthusiasts. The same was said true at the advent of printing press, when it was something it would mean to end in Socratic learning. Skepticism and cynicism about how well an online class can teach students might develop, especially among those who feel something about technology. Many of us have criticisms of online teaching, learning series, digital diploma mills. He studied the history of technology for more than 30 years, thinks he's being called something is not an insult, as he believes that technology in teaching is something. The Luddites were British weavers in 1800s who something against technology. Okay. In this, we have seen that it's using a mixture of present and past tenses. It's telling about more or less about technology and the view people have. More or less, the tone of this RWFIB is slightly negative because it's telling about the resistance of people towards technology. Okay. And now I have highlighted certain words. These might be new words for you, and you must know that because we have to improve our vocabulary also. What is paradigm? Over here, G is silent. Okay, this is paradigm. What is paradigm? Paradigm is pattern or standard shift, like when something changes drastically or the pattern changes. So that is known as paradigm shift. Okay. Then what is skepticism? Skepticism is a questioning attitudes or doubts towards something. Like when you have a questioning attitudes or doubts towards anything, then you are skeptic about it. Then what is cynicism? Cynicism is inclination to believe that people are motivated by self-interest. Like if you are having selfish interest, then you are a cynic, okay? So that is your inclination. The cynicism is your inclination. Now this is an important term, Luddites. What are Luddites? Luddites are, you can say, the people who were against, like the British weavers, as they have explained, who were against the technology. So Luddites were people who were against the technology. So now we have improved our vocab. So now let's get started with the first blank. You know that we are going to read 3-4 words before and 3-4 words after, okay? So the advent of printing press, when it was something by some, that this would mean an end to Socratic learning, okay? So over here the tense is your past tense, okay? Was. So can it be something when it was evident? Okay, can it be used in present form? No. Okay, now we are going to use our process of elimination. In this we eliminate the wrong options and we keep the right options, and I call this as our best friend forever. So are we going to talk about prepared over here? When it was prepared by some? No, doesn't make sense. Now braved by some. What do you mean by braved? When you say brave means to endure or face, okay? So it was endured by some, doesn't make sense. Now the thing is this, like you are talking about, this is the word because, braved, prepared, evident, all have positive connotation, but you are talking about end. So if you are thinking about something will end something, so you are fearful about that. You think that this might end something. Okay, for example, now you're fearing that after COVID, a lot of jobs will be lost. So you fear about that. Okay, so that is fear. That's why we are going to put feared over here, because when we are saying it would end something means that we are fearing that the new development is going to end it. Like in this instance, the printing press, it was thought that it would end the Socratic learning. What is Socratic learning? Socratic learning is more or less like a kind of learning. We are not going to go into details of this. Remember, we are simply solving our reading and writing, filling the blanks. We are not understanding the meaning. So now moving on to the next one. Skepticism and cynicism, how well online class can teach. Students might develop that online class, now they are talking a negative thing about online class, especially among those who feel something about technology. So again, the connotation, the tone is negative. So let's do the process of elimination. Which one of them is negative? Assured. Assured means when you are sure about something. So that is positive, right? You are not assured about technology. You are not having faith in technology. Else, how you will be skeptic or doubtful or having an inclination that no, it will not be successful. So that's why we are going to eliminate assured. The same way, hopeful, we are going to eliminate hopeful also, because the connotation or the association is positive. Now we are left with two negative words. See, this is the power of process of elimination, how we can eliminate the wrong options. So we are left with uncertain and embarrassed. Okay, now what is embarrassed? Embarrassed is a feeling when something you have experienced it. So are you going to say that you have experienced embarrassment? No, we are not going to talk about that thing. So more or less we are simply left about uncertain, because you're uncertain, that's why you are skeptic, you are doubtful. Why we are not going to select embarrassed? Because if you're doubtful means you haven't experienced it yet. Once you have experienced, then you know is it good or bad, right? So that's why we are going to eliminate embarrassed also, and the only option which is left with us is uncertain. So we are going to select this one. Okay, now let's move to the third thing. Many of us are something with David Nobel's criticism of online teaching and learning in series of his essay. So now we are talking about a person who is David Nobel, and now we are going to see many of us are, you can say you have read it or you are aware about that. So which is the synonym for aware? It's familiar. Okay, so we are going to select familiar, but let's see the other ones also so that we can do the process of elimination. Many of us are formal with, doesn't make sense. Formal is like something like formal dress or something like this. So that's why it cannot be there. Family, many of us are family with, no, we do not say we are family with strangers. Okay. Faltering, what is faltering? Faltering means when we are speaking hesitantly or we are hesitant about something. So are we hesitant about this? No, we are not even aware about it. So how we can be hesitant, because everything over here, if you see, is has been negative about technology. So we cannot be negative with something when you are going to be positive or having a positive feeling about something, who is talking on the same tone as you are thinking. Like over here we are talking about the criticism, so you will be in favor of that. So the only word which makes sense over here is familiar. So many of us are familiar with. Okay, so now we are going to select familiar, and moving forward, thinks that being called or something is not an insult, as believes that technology in teaching is something. The Luddites were British weavers in 1800s. Okay, so now using our forward reading technique, over here you can simply correlate that we are going to talk about Luddite. Okay, Luddite are the people who are a person who is opposed of new technology or new ways of working. And what is erudite? Erudite means who has having great knowledge or showing great knowledge on learning. Okay, so that's why we are going to eliminate worker, charmer, erudite, because based on our strategy, which is forward reading, because we have seen that we are being talking about the Luddites over here. So you can quickly fill this. Okay, and this is only possible if you know this strategy, which is forward reading. Now you know the meaning of Luddite also, that who is not in favor of new methods. So as you believe technology in teaching is, now if you see over here, right, we are using the one word which is distract. So you are sure that this is the different forms of distract. Okay, so distracts, something is disturbing, we are using ing forms. Okay, something is coming. Okay, something is coming, or something is important, something like this. So this is distracts. Okay, something is distracts doesn't make sense. Teacher is distracts doesn't make sense. Teaching is distracted. Is this a passive form, or are we talking about the past tense? The answer is no. Teaching is distracting, right? Because it's a continuous effect. It's going to showcase its continuous effect. Teaching is distract also doesn't make sense. So we are just left with one, which is teaching is distracting. Okay, so we are going to select this one. Now moving on to the last blank. Over here we are having fight as the main verb. Are means plural and present. Is means plural and singular. Fights means present, and fought means past. Okay, so this is how we can differentiate if you know about grammar, and we have a complete grammar course for our students, because grammar is pivotal to improve reading to achieve your target scores. So the Luddites were British weavers in 1800s. Who? Now we are talking about Luddites 1800s, so we are going to use past form. Okay, who fought against, because they are not fighting still, who had fought against technology. So let's select the fought, and let's see if all the answers are correct. Yes, all the answers are correct. So you see how important it is to know the right strategies, and we have context-based strategies, lexical resource-based strategies, and grammar strategies. In context-based, we had seen the skimming, and then we had seen one blank today, which was solved through forward reading. The same way we have backward reading strategy also, and all these strategies we teach to our students online as well as offline in detail. Then tone, you had seen that today we have eliminated, or we have solved blanks on the basis of tone, that the overall tone of this RWFIB was negative. Now in lexical resource, you should be aware about collocations and phrasal verbs. These are quite important. And vocab, we keep improving our vocab with each video in this series, because I tell you so many new words which will help you to improve your vocab. And grammar, we have a complete grammar course which is of approximately 28 to 30 lectures, and in that we discuss parts of speech, subject verb agreement, prepositions, modals, articles, determiners, signposting words, tenses, irregular verbs or plurals, British English rules, and sentences. So we teach all this to our students. Okay, and remember, you just have 2 to 2.5 minutes only to solve to crack your reading and writing filling the blank. In first 30 to 60 seconds, we are going to skim the content, and then in next 90 to 120 seconds you have to look for clues. You can use process of elimination also. And all the strategies which we teach to our students are validated and proven strategies. The proof is in the ticker below. You can see our latest student score, and these are some scores which our students have achieved recently. 90 overall also, 90 each also. If you have any questions or doubts, or if you want to take online coaching, you can WhatsApp us at 8699121121. And do not forget to subscribe to our channel because we post such informative videos on a regular basis. We give wings to your dreams.